Tonight, the Everglades is known for its issues with invasive species, from pythons to monitor lizards.
But environmentalists say one invasive species in particular is giving them major problems and threatening to change the way of life for animals living there. Jason Hackett live at the Loxahatchee Wildlife Refuge to explain tonight. Jason.
Beyond the grass, a few miles out that way, lie thousands and thousands of tree islands deep in the middle of the Everglades, each one important to the ecosystem here. But one plant could end up literally choking the life out of the environment here. The Everglades is home to some of the most interesting and unique wildlife that Florida has to offer. But right now, that home is under siege by an unwelcome visitor.
This is bad, but it actually gets worse than this in some areas.
It's called Lygodium, an invasive plant from Asia, otherwise known as Old World climbing fern. Rolf Olson, manager of the Loxahatchee Wildlife Refuge, says it's a tree killer.
This is probably the plant that's our biggest challenge.
Here's a sample of the Lygodium. As you can see, it's very strong and it's also very persistent. The refuge estimates about 10 acres of this stuff grows here every day.
But what a Lygodium does, it'll completely grow over this native vegetation, smother it, shade, take all the light.
It's bad news for the animals, such as birds and deer.
But it would be a transformation from one habitat type to another, and it's pretty much destroying the home for a lot of the animals.
Efforts are being made to keep it under control, but it's tough to make a dent.
We have chemicals that will kill it back for a while, but you'll come back here in 6 months to a year and this stuff will be growing right back again.
Eleanor Williams with the organization Friends of the Wildlife Refuge says millions of dollars are already going in to fight it, but considering how quickly it spreads, more is needed.
Approximately $5 million a year for at least the next 5 years would be needed to get Lygodium under maintenance control.
After which millions of additional dollars would be needed to keep it under control. It's the price to pay, she says, to keep an iconic national treasure intact. Now, this year, the Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission and the Fish and Wildlife Service have come together to provide more than $5 million to the refuge for this issue, but that's just for this year. Supporters are hoping that more attention towards this issue will lead to more funding in the coming years. Live tonight, Jason Hackett, WPTV News Channel 5.